Welcome back to the scholars. Today we will continue our chapter number 3, that is understanding quadrilaterals. Let's see some definitions.
Exterior angles property. So you can see this figure. This is a polygon A, B, C, D and E. Okay. There are 5 exterior angles. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4 and angle 5. So the sum of the measures of the external angles of any polygon is 360 degree. It means if we will add all the angles, so sum should come what? 360 degree. Okay, like angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 360 degree. Okay. Now let's see exercise 3.2 question number 1. Find x in the following figures. So we know that the sum of all exterior angles of any polygon is 360 degree. Okay, so let's see the first one. One exterior angle is given 125 degree. Second one is also given 125 degree. And the third one is not given. So suppose it is x. So 125 degree plus 125 degree plus x is equal to 360 degree. So 125 plus 125, it is 250 degree plus x is equal to 360 degree. So value of x is what? 360 minus 250. It means 110. Now see the B. Here also sum of all the exterior angles are equal to the 360 degree. So one is given 60 degree, second one is 90 degree, third is 70 degree, next is x and next last one is 90 degree. So the total is 310 degree plus x is equal to 360 degree. So x is equal to what? 360 degree minus 310 degree. So x is equal to 50 degree. Now see the question number 2. Find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 sides. So sum of all exterior angles of the given polygon is equal to 360 degree. So each exterior angle of a regular polygon has the same measure. So measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 sides. So 360 degree upon 9, it means 40 degree. Okay. Same as second one. Here it is given 15 sides. So what will come? 360 degree upon 15. It means 24 degree. So measure of each exterior angle is what? It is 24 degree. See the next question number 3. How many sides does a regular polygon have if the measure of an exterior angle is 24 degree? See the solution. Sum of all exterior angles of the given polygon is equal to 360 degree. So measure of each exterior angle is equal to 24 degree. This thing is given. So number of sides of the regular polygon is equal to 360 degree upon 24 degree. So number of sides are what? 15 degree. See the question number 4. How many sides does a regular polygon have if each of its interior angle is 165 degree? See the solution. Measure of each interior angle. This is equal to 165 degree. Then measure of each exterior angle. This is equal to 180 minus 165. It will come 15. The sum of all exterior angles of any polygon is 360 degree. So the number of sides of the polygon is equal to 360 degree upon 15 degree. It means number is what? 24 degree. Next, question number 5. Is it possible to have a regular polygon with measure of each exterior angle is 22 degree? See the solution. The sum of all exterior angles of all polygon is 360 degree. Also, in a regular polygon, each exterior angle is of the same measure. Hence, if 360 degree is a perfect multiple of the given exterior angle, then the given polygon will be possible. Exterior angle is equal to 20 degree. Okay, so 360 degree is not a perfect multiple of 22. Hence, such polygon is not possible. Second one is, can it be an interior angle of a regular polygon? Why? Interior angle is equal to 22 degree. Okay, so exterior angle is what? 180 minus 22. It means 158 degree. Such a polygon is not possible, as 360 degree is not a perfect multiple of 158 degree. Okay. See the last question, number 6. First one is, what is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon? So, consider a regular polygon having the lowest possible number of sides. The exterior angle of this triangle will be maximum exterior angle possible for any regular polygon. So, exterior angle of an equilateral triangle is what? Is 60 degree upon 3. It is 120 degree. So, hence maximum possible measure of exterior angle for any polygon is 120 degree. Also, we know that an exterior angle and an interior angle are always in a linear pair. So, hence minimum interior angle is equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree. So, this is equal to the 60 degree. So, scholars, your exercise number 3.2 is also completed. Next topic is kinds of quadrilaterals. So, first one is trapezium. So, trapezium is a quadrilateral with a pair of parallel sides. This is a trapezium where two sides are parallel and next two sides are not parallel. You can see this figure here, AB and CD. Both are the parallel sides. AB and DC are not parallel sides. Next is kite. Kite is a special type of quadrilateral. The sides with the same marking in each figure are equal. You can see this figure. So here AB and AD both are equal and BC is equal to CD. So you can say a quadrilateral with exactly two pairs of equal consecutive sides. Next is parallelogram. So a quadrilateral with each pair of opposite sides parallel. That is called what? Parallelogram. You can see the figure here. AB is parallel to DC, same as AD is parallel to BC. Means both the pairs are parallel. Okay. And in parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Okay, so you can say AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to DC. Now see this figure. Here angle A and angle C both are opposite angles. Okay, same as angle P and angle D are opposite angles. And AB and BC are adjacent sides. Adjacent sides means what? That point B, okay, means one vertex is common like AB and BC. So here B is a common vertex. And angle A and angle B are adjacent angles they are at the ends of the same sides. Same as angle B and angle C are also adjacent, okay? And the adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. Supplementary means 180 degree. Means angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Same as angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. And the diagonals of parallelogram bisect one other. Means you can see here the two diagonals are what? AC and BD. These two are the diagonals. So diagonal bisect one another. It means you can say AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. Now let's see some special parallelograms. So the first one is rhombus. So a rhombus is a quadrilateral with sides of equal length, and the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of one another. See the figure. Here AC and BD both are diagonals. Okay. So diagonals AC and BD of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of one another. Means angle AOD is equal to angle COD is equal to 90 degree. Same as angle AOB is equal to angle BOC is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Next is rectangle. A rectangle is also a parallelogram with equal angles. Means in rectangle all the four angles are equal and each of the angles is a right angle, means 90 degree, and diagonals are equal. Next is a square. A square is a rectangle with equal sides. Means in a square all the four sides are equal. You can see the figure A, B, C, D. This is a square. So AB is equal to BC is equal to CD and is equal to DA. Means all sides are equal. And both the diagonals bisect one another and both diagonals are equal in length. And in a square also the diagonals of a square are perpendicular bisector of each other. Means angle AOB is equal to angle DOC. Now scholars, let's see exercise 3.3. So the question number 1 is, given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement along with the definition or property used. So as you can see here, one parallelogram ABCD is given. Okay, so you have to see the parallelogram and you have to give the answer. Like the first one is AD. So AD is what? AD is a side. Okay, so which one is the opposite side? BC. So we can say AD is equal to BC because opposite sides are equal in length. Second one, angle DCB. Okay, so in a parallelogram opposite angles are equal. So this angle DCB, it is equal to the angle DAB. Now see the third one, OC. OC is what? AC is a diagonal. Okay, so as we know, in a parallelogram diagonals bisect each other. So this OC is equal to OA. And the last one, angle DAB plus angle CTA. This both are what? Adjacent angles, and adjacent angles are supplementary to each other. It means the sum of these two angle is what? 180 degree. So we can write here angle DAB plus angle CDA is equal to 180 degree. Now see question number 2. consider the following parallelograms. Find the values of the unknowns x, y, z. So see this figure, ABCD is a parallelogram, okay, and one angle B is given. This is 100 degree. Then angle C is given x, angle D is y, and angle A is z. So angle B and angle C both are adjacent angles. So we can write here x plus 100 degree is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay. So x is equal to 180 minus 100. It will come 80 degree. So x is equal to z. Both are 80 degree. Why? Because opposite angles are equal. Okay. So x and z both are what? 80 degree. And same B and Y means angle B and angle D both are 100 degree. Why? Because these two are also opposite angles. So opposite angles are equal. Now see the second one. Here also one parallelogram is given. One angle is given 50 degree. Next one is Y. Next one is X. And one exterior angle is given, that is what? Z. So we have to find these three values. So same as the previous question, this 50 plus y is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because adjacent angles are supplementary. So from here the value of y is equal to 130 degree will come. Okay. If y is 130 degree, it means x is also what? 130 degree. Both are opposite angles and opposite angles are equal. Okay. Now x and z both are equal. Why? Because these two are the corresponding angles. As we know, this figure is a parallelogram. So in parallelogram both the sides are opposite sides are parallel. Okay. So we can say x and z both are what? Corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are equal. So x is equal to z is equal to 130 degree. Rest 3 try to do yourself. Now see the fourth one. Fourth question is, draw a rough figure of a quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. So scholars, you can draw this figure. Okay, this figure you can draw. It's a kite. Okay, and here angle B is equal to angle D. Now come to the next question. Question number 5. The question is, the measure of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram in the ratio 3:2. Find the measures of each of the angles of the parallelogram. So let the measures of two adjacent angles, angle A and angle B of parallelogram ABCD, are in the ratio of 3:2. It means the angle A is equal to 3x and angle B is equal to what? 2x. Okay, and we know that the sum of the measures of adjacent angle is 180 degree for a parallelogram. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Put the values. Angle A is what? 3x and angle B is what? 2x. So 3 plus 2 is what? 5. So 5x is equal to 180 degree. So x is equal to 180 degree upon 5. It means x is equal to 36 degree. Okay. So find the angle A. It is 3x. 3 into 36 what? 108. And angle A is equal to angle C because these two are the opposite angles. Okay. Same as angle B you can find. So angle B is what? 2x. So 2 into 36, answer is 72. Here also opposite angles are equal. So angle B is equal to angle D is equal to 72 degree. Okay. So the measures of the angles of the parallelogram are 108 degree, 72 degree, 108 degree, 72 degree. Okay. Now see the question number 6. See, the question is, two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measure. Find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. Okay. So, as we know, sum of adjacent angles is equal to 180 degree, and angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Okay. So, it is given in the question, both the angles are equal. So, in place of angle B, we can write angle A. So, angle A plus angle A is equal to 180 degree. So, 2 times of angle A is equal to 180 degree. So, angle A is equal to 180 degree upon 2. So, angle A is equal to 90 degree. And if A is 90 degree, so B is also 90 degree, C is also 90 degree, and D is also 90 degree. Okay. Now, question number 7. The adjacent figure HOPE is a parallelogram. Find the angle measures X, Y, Z. State the properties you use to find them. Y is equal to what? 40 degree. Why? Because this is alternate interior angles. Okay. Next one is Z plus 40 means this complete angle H. Yes, angle H, we can write Z plus 40 degree. This is equal to the 70 degree. Both are corresponding angles. Okay. Now, from here we can find the value of Z. 70 minus 40 is equal to Z. It means Z is equal to 30 degree. Okay. So, now X plus Z plus 40 degree is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because this is adjacent pair of angles. So, X plus 70 degree is equal to 180 degree will come. It means X is equal to 110 degree. Okay. Question number 8. The following figures GUNS and RUNS are parallelogram. Find X and Y. So, see the figure. It is a parallelogram, and in parallelogram opposite sides are equal. So, we can write here GU is equal to SN. Now, put the value. GU value is what? 3y minus 1, and SN value is 26. So, 3y minus 1 is equal to 26. Next line, 3y is equal to 26 plus 1. So, 3y is equal to 27. So, y is equal to 27 upon 3, it is 9. Okay. Now, second pair, GS is equal to UN. Means 3x is equal to 18. So, x is equal to 18 upon 3. So, value of x is what? 6. Okay. Question number 9. In the above figure, both RISK and CLUE are parallelogram. Find the value of x. So, there are two parallelogram and we have to find the value of x. So, adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. We can say angle RKS plus angle ISK is equal to 180 degree. Both are adjacent pairs. Okay, adjacent angles. So, put the value RKS is given 120 degree. It means ISK is equal to 180 minus 120 degree. So, ISK, angle ISK is equal to 60 degree. Okay. And also opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So, in parallelogram, CLUE angle ULS, this is equal to angle CEU. This is also 70 degree. So, the sum of the measures of all the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So x plus 60 plus 70 degree is equal to 180 degree. So value of x is what? 180 minus 130 degree. So answer of x is 50 degree. Now scholars, your exercise 3.3 completed. Now let's see next exercise 3.4. See the question number 1. State whether true or false. Number 1. All rectangles are square. Yes, this is false because all squares are rectangles, but all rectangles are not squares. Okay, so answer is false. Second one, all rhombuses are parallelogram. Yes, it is true. Opposite sides of a rhombus are equal and parallel to each other. Number C, all squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. So this is also true. All squares and rhombuses, as all sides of a square are of equal length. All squares are also rectangles, as each internal angle measure 90 degree. Okay. Next D, all squares are not parallelogram. This is false. All squares are parallelogram, as opposite sides are equal and parallel. Okay. Next E, all kites are rhombuses. So answer is false. A kite does not have all sides of the same length. Number F, all rhombuses are kite. This is true. A rhombus also has two distinct consecutive pairs of sides of equal length. Now see the G. All parallelogram are trapezium. So answer is true. All parallelogram have a pair of parallel sides. Number H. All squares are trapezium. Answer is true. All squares have a pair of parallel sides. Next, question number 2. Identify all the quadrilaterals that have. First one, 4 sides of equal length. So the answer is rhombus and square are the quadrilateral that have 4 sides of equal length. Second one, 4 right angles. So the answer is what? Square and rectangle are the quadrilateral that have 4 right angles. Question number 3. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. So the answer is a square is a quadrilateral since it has 4 sides. This already I told you in the definition. Quadrilateral has 4 sides. Next one, parallelogram. So a square is a parallelogram also since its opposite sides are parallel to each other. Third one, a rhombus. So a square is a rhombus also since its 4 sides are of the same length. And the last one, rectangle. So yes, a square is a rectangle also since each interior angle measure 90 degree. So we can say a square is a quadrilateral, it's a parallelogram, it's a rhombus and it's a rectangle also. Okay. Now come to the next question number 4. Name the quadrilateral whose diagonals. Number 1. Bisect each other. So the answer is parallelogram, rhombus, square and rectangle. Next one are perpendicular bisector of each other. The diagonals of a rhombus and the squares are perpendicular bisectors of each other. And the last one are equal. So the diagonals of a rectangle and square are equal. Question number 5. Explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. So the answer, in a rectangle there are 2 diagonals, both lying in the interior of the rectangle, Hence, it is a convex quadrilateral. See the last question. Now, let's see question number 6. ABC is a right angled triangle and O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. Explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. See the solution. First, draw lines AD and DC such that is AD parallel to BC and AB parallel to DC. Now AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to DC because these two are the opposite sides. So ABCD is a rectangle as opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other and all the interior angles are of 90 degree. So in a rectangle, diagonals are of equal length and also these bisect each other. So hence AO is equal to OC is equal to BO is equal to OD. Thus O is equidistant from A, B and C. So scholars, your chapter number 3 completed. For worksheet you can see the link given in the description box. So thank you. Stay safe and stay at home.